you're picking?
Good evening, guys and girls. Just a little before 8 here on the East Coast. The reason we're coming on so late, Tom Brady and the officials decided to talk for 5 minutes in a game it really didn't. He wouldn't have a chance in hell of coming back to win anyway. So, what's Mike done busted his ass?
Oh, me? No, that's my carpal tunnel.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I gotta wait for my other one.
Let's run through the final scores today. Ravens 16, Steelers 14, and maybe the boring game of the week, but both teams' defense really showed up today. And Kenny Pickett got knocked out of the game once, and so did Huntley get knocked out of the game once for the Ravens. We'll see how they are.
Pickett never came back.
Do what?
Pickett never came back.
What'd you say, Tim?
They say they backed up Huntley with Hundley.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
So, and the Ravens come through, win this ball game 16-14, and Steelers 3-point favorites, no, not to be had. Eagles 48, Giants 22. That is one right there.
Did I tell you guys? The Giant fan knew.
I picked the Eagles too. I picked the Eagles. I went over.
I don't know what I did, but I didn't care.
Yeah, you went,
Michael.
I just knew.
Mike, you went low. I said the Eagles may score 45 points, and they scored.
Yeah.
They didn't. They scored 48 instead.
Hi, Alex.
How about the Jaguars? I have to take a step two or three back on this one. Jaguars 36, Titans 22. The Titans quarterback situation is atrocious right now. Tannehill. I'm starting to think he's colorblind, and I actually think he's throwing to the other team and has no idea it's them. He's got the Neil O'Donnell syndrome. He's just throwing it wherever the hell he wants
Great
to.
Neil O'Donnell.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, he just looked like garbage today. And in all
That
world,
only happens in Super Bowls. So for O'Donnell.
well, it happened that other day. But Jacksonville's quarterback, Jackson's quarterback Lawrence, he played well today, so I got to give him his credit. The Lions 34, the Vikings 23. That was absolutely nuts. I did not see that coming.
That was mine and Harris's lock.
And Mike picked him too. Here comes Tim back. What kind of anybody get golf's numbers for the day?
Oh,
I can
no.
for you.
I can pop them up. Somebody else doesn't have them. I'm going to say he probably threw for 3 bills against them.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
Alex.
sounds like a
Giants are
safe
definitely
bet.
manure. We're done.
I'll tell you what. If you go 8 and 9,
We're
that's a
number
good
7.
season for you. Right, Michael. 8 and 9 is a good season for the Giants this year.
Hey, this year we've overachieved, but we're number 7. We're still number 7 right now.
Yeah.
Your
Then
team,
What do you think?
your
Goff threw
Commanders
for,
is 6.
Bob?
What do you say, Tim?
What do you think Goff threw for?
318.
Oh, you're pretty close. 330. 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Damn,
How many touchdowns?
3.
3.
And no INTs.
Correct.
Yeah, and all right, and then Huck Finn on the other side. Kirk Cousins. What do you throw? A couple of picks, I'm sure.
No interceptions.
No,
No? Okay.
Nope.
Lions just outplayed them, folks. 34-23. Vikings now with 3 wins. They're in trouble of moving on down the chart there. They don't want to do that, but we'll see what
Let me
happens.
throw this stat out for you. Dalvin Cook, 15 rushes, 23 yards. That's how they won the game.
Yeah. That's how it will. That's how Minnesota lost the game. Yeah.
that's how Jacksonville won the game because Henry had 99 yards in the first half. 2. That's right. 2 in the second half.
So does that change your projection at all on Goff for next year? I think you were on the opinion that he would be.
I still don't think he'll be their quarterback next year. I don't think he will be. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I think they're going to have a new coach again. I think they'll have a new coach by
I
then.
don't know about that.
We'll see. Texans and Cowboys. If Lovie Smith should have got fired before now,
That should have been Dennis Green out there doing the
Yeah,
post
Santa Claus.
he should be gone now. He
Let him
had
off the hook.
he had him beat.
He blew
had 'em
that
beat.
game.
He had them beat, and he let go, and they took advantage of him.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was terrible. It was like a van pulled up in front of him and said free candy, and he jumped in.
Unreal.
Yeah.
They had them
He
beat.
was.
late in the
He's
game,
getting
and they-
taken advantage of big time. Cowboys 23, Texans 20. Texans Cowboys 27, Texans 23. Never
But
been a closer
If
game.
you had
but-
Houston plus 18,
Yeah.
you won at halftime.
yeah, plus 17. Yeah.
Nice job, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mike took Cowboys though.
Somebody took the Texans, didn't they?
Sean did. Sean took them.
Wow.
He was the only one to take them. Bengals and Browns. Bengals cover it pretty easily, 23-10. And Tim, tell us any bright points there are to see on Deshaun Watson at this point, if there are any bright points to look at.
He threw a touchdown pass, which is better than he did last week.
Oh, the Groper.
He threw one to Njoku. And needless to say, this game was so bad, I cleansed myself with this.
Good for
Oh,
you.
my Lord.
Good for you.
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
on regular TV this year. You got to find
It's
it.
not. So I got it at Target for $10.
Good for you. Excellent.
So yeah.
The Bills 20, the Jets 12. Jets cover in this game. I understand White got hurt in this game.
He got hurt twice.
Yeah. And after the second time, he didn't come back, did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did come back. Okay, I was
He
under
tried
the
to-
understanding.
he tried to rally. He tried to rally and with like less than a minute left.
Yeah. Not quite. Chiefs 34, Broncos 28. This guy's got to go too. They had the Chiefs on the ropes. They let them right off of it.
Chiefs were up 27-0 at one time, and then
Yeah, I understand that. But if you come back and you got the chance to beat that team, you cannot let them go in the last 2 minutes. Chiefs win, but they don't cover the 9.5, 42.5. Most of them went over this evening, and Chiefs win 34-28. 49ers 35, the Buccaneers 7. If you want the one number that makes all the difference in the world, the rushing yards for the Buccaneers, okay? If you look at their yearly rushing total so far, right? You got teams in 4 weeks to get that. Their rushing total for the year, I don't think they've hit 100 any game yet. And Tom Brady is a statue waiting to get popped, and it's happening. It's
they
happening
had less rushing yards than Army and Navy.
for the season
watch
for
the
that
game.
game.
Well, yeah, for the season. I mean, they played more games than those teams, but I don't know. They might have fewer yards.
Oh, I'm sure Army and Navy got more yards than they may have had more yards yesterday in the Army Navy game itself than the Bucks have had all year. Hell yeah! You look at their numbers; it's pitiful, man. They are pitiful damn numbers. It's bad. Let's see, how many games have they played?
14.
Right? 14 or something.
14.
13
So on an average team right now, you should have between 17 and 2,000, 1,600 to 2,000, somewhere a little over 100 yards a game. I will bet they don't have near 1,000, not even close to 1,000 in 14 games. Yeah, Tom Brady is a free agent at the end of the year. I don't think it matters. I think it's his last year either way.
Me too. And I found out the quarterback that won the Heisman, he is not eligible to be drafted.
What's his name? Caleb Williams? Did he win
Yes.
it?
He cannot go into the NFL draft
Oh.
because he's only a sophomore.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Let me find this out.
Oh my God.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers rushing stats 2022-23.
I was just
So
looking at today's
while you're
numbers.
looking that up, here's Mike White's day. left the game in the second quarter after hit to the ribs. Came back 2 plays later. Came back got hit in the ribs again in the third quarter. Left to get X-rays. Returned at the start of the fourth quarter and finished the game. And then when the game went final, he left in an ambulance and went to the hospital to see if he has internal injuries.
What did I say? They didn't have 1,000 yards rushing? And I'm right. Through 14 games, they got 879 yards.
Damn.
879 yards through 14 games. What is that average, boys and girls? We will tell you. Shitty.
Well, 800 and something in 14 games. That's about
62 yards. 62 yards a game.
Right.
How many games you gonna win when you run 62 yards for your team and your quarterback's 45?
One.
So far they've won 6, right?
I know. Yeah, because the other teams are terrible.
They're 6 and 8, I guess. 6 and 9, 6 and 8, I think.
6 and 8.
Yeah. And everybody else is 5 and 9 in that division. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, 6 and 7.
Oh, so it's 13 games they've played. Okay. Yeah.
So how many yards does Tampa Bay have?
879 through 13, not through 14. So it's a little more than I thought.
Dwayne McBride of UAB has 1,713 yards. Chase Brown of Illinois, 1,643 yards.
Alex
Brad Roberts of Air Force, 1,612 yards.
All right, check it. Army's rushing yards. Shit, they may have 2,000-yard rushers.
I don't see anybody yet.
67.6 yards a game. It went up a robust 5 yards.
Can I also mention something else about that Broncos-Chiefs game?
Yep.
The Broncos are officially eliminated from playoff contention.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling that coach is going to be officially eliminated from coaching the team much longer.
And if you guys watch Urinating Tree when he does his weekly review videos, he has a little graphic that he uses for or thing for when you get eliminated. Last year it was Squid Game. This year it's the Oregon Trail, like old school Oregon Trail.
Oh my God!
Here lies blank, and then something at the bottom. It's
Crazy
funny
stuff. Crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
He is fantastic. I love him for his
Tim,
recap.
Tim, we did. What did we call the game earlier, guys? I'm gonna pull that to helmets. What would we call that?
Should I stay or should I go?
Yeah.
Or second season football?
No,
Or
no.
just the picks with Brian?
It's just like this. Their quarterback next year stays or goes.
Oh yeah, stays. Yeah. Okay.
We did it with all of them.
All right. Which one?
Right.
Either one.
I
I'll say
think
Mac Jones.
I think it stays status quo though. I think it does. I don't think they bring Brady. You think they bring Brady back? No.
Fuck no.
He's wanting to come back, so they say.
So they say.
And now does Mariota stay?
Only as a backup. I think they're gonna bite the bullet with Ritter for the rest of the year and then see where they're at.
I agree. Key says he thinks he'll bring him back for a starter, but I think they're going to try to find something better.
Yeah.
Heineke?
He's like Rasputin. He won't die.
Right.
Like,
But he's never the starter on opening day.
right.
He always brings somebody
in the
in.
reins.
How about
Oh,
Tim?
yeah. Bye-bye.
I agree.
Jets are 7.
I'm just grabbing them. I'm not even looking at which ones. I always work out the best.
Oh, Burrow will stay. Yeah, that's easy enough.
If the playoffs started today, it'd be Kansas
Mahomes
City
will stay,
against
yep.
the Jets.
Oh yeah, Hurts will stay.
3 in a row. I can't come on 4th in a row. What?
Well, no, I think Kirk Cousins will stay.
Yeah, I think so. Probably so too.
Oh, Ravens.
It's probably
Yeah, I get-
going
well,
to be
wow.
Kobe Alex, by the way.
End of a
depends on how much
contract.
Jackson.
End of a contract, so they can put him under. What do you call it?
Yeah, they can franchise him.
Yeah, they can franchise him, but how much is he gonna like yet?
0. They like it about as much as players like playing on that split grass field.
So
turf.
what do you think? Do they get rid of him and try to get a boatload of picks for him?
Well, if they let him go via free agency, then they can
Oh,
get
that's
a pick
right.
or
That's right. That's right. They ain't gonna get shit for it. Well, yeah, they get a supplemental pick now. You get a supplemental pick. So I don't know.
All right,
I
something.
think
Jaguars are making Andre
Alex, did
Kopitar
you
look
see
like
the
he's about
ROH
25.
press conference yesterday?
What's Geno Smith? How many years?
and Geno Smith just signed for the 1 year this year.
Just the 1 year? Nah, I think he might have earned himself another year, maybe 2.
Did you see him play today?
Yeah, I'm sure it was. They lost to Carolina. I know.
Yeah, they got wore out by Carolina. Ran all over them though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Prescott will stay.
Now, Garoppolo. We'll go by Garoppolo. Is Garoppolo going to be back quarterbacking, or do you think it'll be somebody new?
I don't think so. I think they're finally going to have to pull the trigger on Trey Lance
Or somebody else? Yeah.
or somebody else.
Andy Dalton stays.
Nope.
I'm with you.
Because
I
they
think
don't have to
I think Brady could end up there. Believe it or not.
No, not if they have Jameis Winston.
You don't think so?
Nope. Stafford will stay.
Think so? Okay.
Unless they want to get rid of him for draft picks. Yeah, Fields will continue.
Then you heard
next
what
year.
he said about the ROH people.
Tua definitely will stay.
As long as he's not hurt.
Right. Brissett. Okay. From what I didn't really. I guess I didn't watch too much of the game. From what I saw, Brissett and Watson may have split snaps today.
Wow.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm watching the Blue Jackets game. They just gave up back-to-back goals in like a minute and a half.
To who?
Oh God. I mean, they could get Brissett on the cheap. That's not going to be the issue. The issue is going to be is can Deshaun Watson get out of his own damn head?
Can they unload Watson's contract? And I don't think they could.
Nope.
Got to find new women to grow.
Oh, jeez. All right, Michael, how many years does Daniel Jones have left on his contract?
This is it. He has not even been offered his 5th year.
I'm going to say that they'll say this was all a fluke, and they may get somebody new. So I will say no.
Okay.
They will keep Trevor Lawrence. I guess they have to keep Russell Wilson.
I was going to say that. What choice, right?
Yeah, I guess your not favorite quarterback Herbert will be back next year.
That's
if
interesting.
Rodgers was done, since they're having such a terrible season, I'd say bye-bye. We're going to completely blow it up right now.
$50 million if he comes back, though. That's player
No
option.
fucking way they're going to drop $50 million on his ass.
Pure player option. It's not team option. It's player option.
No. Oh, player option. Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
don't want to come back.
Damn right. That's what I'm saying. $50 million. It's his option.
Why
Shit.
the hell do you leave it in the turn? Well, but okay, hold on.
Last night.
Player option, but they can still cut
Fantastic.
him, right?
If they do, they have to pay him what? Over a third of his salary. $18 million.
Saw the Briscoes.
Yeah, that's an expensive cut.
in-
All right, go
impact.
ahead. Next is the Raiders with Carr.
Let me ask you this easier question. Does Carr and the coach come back next year both, or just one of them?
Just one of them. Because I think McDaniels, if they get to like 7-9, has earned a spot at some point.
And you think Carr goes?
Yeah.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm with you.
It'll either
all
be 7-10 or 8-9.
8-9.
How about Matty Ryan?
Jeez. That one, they need to blow all that up. Every quarterback needs to go almost.
Yeah.
And then
Like the Packers for Little Caesars.
Wilson. They
They got so much money tied up into him, though.
Yeah, they kind of have to. Yeah, he'll be back.
Tannehill. That's an interesting one there.
Yeah. Well, the problem is either quarterback has nobody to throw to.
Right.
They don't have a number one receiver. They let him go.
They paying two quarterbacks top money, and they they got rid of their best receiver to Philly.
Yep. So I would say yes for Tannehill, but they better get a good wide receiver. Yeah, for Kyler.
They stuck. Yeah.
Yep.
Davis Mills, General Mills.
No, because they'll get a quarterback in the draft.
I agree.
Steelers will stick with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. We only got two left.
All right. Definitely for Goff. I think
You think he'll stay?
Yep.
See, I told him I think he's gone. I think somebody get rid. I think he'll get rid of him and go somewhere else. Or whatever. And then Darnold.
No, they could do much better. The problem is they'd have to draft them like second or third round.
Yeah,
because they're not getting with how many wins they have now? They have 6 wins already now.
Huh?
They have 6 wins.
They got 5 wins.
Well,
they're one behind the Bucks. They were 4-8 or something starting day.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bo Nix will make it to the NFL.
Well, Bo Nix will probably age out of the NFL by the time he finally gets there.
He'll probably what?
He'll probably age out before he ever gets to the NFL. Yeah. He's been in college for so long.
He's been playing college football long as Martinez has a kid from that played in Nebraska. He's been in college for 8 years. Been the favorite 8 years of his life, I reckon.
Just like that kid from Georgia. Well, not that kid. The adult from Georgia.
Yeah, who's as old as Kyler Murray, but is still in college.
Right.
Was that their quarterback?
Yeah, Kyler Murray is the same age as Stetson Bennett.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's the biggest line on the over-under for Colorado wins next year?
Oh, I don't know.
I heard something the other day. 7.5 is the last I heard.
Wow, already that many?
That's going to be a huge jump.
If you gave me that choice, I'd go over.
I don't know. That's a tough Pac-12 they got to play, and I don't think they can get. All right, let me pull up Colorado's schedule and see if they got any.
Yeah, look at their schedule. Look at this. They got Arizona State, California. They're not playing the toughest boys in the world. Was it 6.5 or 7.5? I thought it was 7.5. What team?
They get to open the year at TCU. How about that?
Oh boy, ain't that a Merry Christmas for you? What team do you think Baker Mayfield will be on in 2023?
Whatever fan-controlled football league you can get on.
Waiver wire. Where's Newton at? He'll be right there beside Juicy.
Answer to that is 3.5 for Colorado.
Really?
I'll go way over that.
No. Well, okay, but hold on. Their only out of conference games next year are TCU and Nebraska.
All right. Give me a call.
Colorado State. They could win that game.
Who's the other one? All right.
So you get TCU to start.
Now give me their Pac-12 schedule. It's not like.
So they could win 1 out of the 3 non-conference.
All right.
They get Arizona State to start at Tempe.
All right. They can win that.
New coach. They have a new coach as well. So
right.
Then you have Arizona.
No.
At home?
Yes.
They can win that game.
At home against Oregon State.
They can win that game.
At home against the new former Sacramento State head coach, who's now the Stanford coach.
They could probably win that. They could probably win that game. Stanford sucked this year.
And then they get home against USC. They're not going to win that game.
Probably not. But California, do they have California on the schedule?
Not this year.
Okay.
not
Did it have,
2023.
did it have you UCLA?
Well, hold on. Then they go to Oregon.
That's
No,
a
they
Then they
loss.
go to UCLA.
That's
Alright.
a loss.
Then they go to Utah.
That's a loss.
Then they go to Washington State.
They could win that
There's
game.
possible 4 wins there.
I'm telling you, I still think they go 500 next year.
Okay.
There you go. They've got a lot. They got a line of people ready to come in. That school is going to look so different in February than it does now. It's crazy.
I agree.
Yep. They've already got 2 transfers coming out of Alabama coming their way. Is what I'm understanding. You get Bama transfers, you got some shit going on.
Right.
Georgia, you get Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, any of them teams, even their second team, better than a lot of people's first teams.
And they're getting, that's why a lot of these kids are saying, oh, I'm second teaming for second year in a row. Transfer
No.
portal.
Bye. Yeah.
Are there any college coaches that you would think kind of shock the world to go coach an NFL team?
You mean that would pick up and leave now?
Yeah, for this next year.
Deion Sanders.
Before he coaches a game at Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah, wouldn't that be some shit? I'm actually surprised he didn't go to the pros. Wow.
The only one that's close is maybe Riley from USC.
And he ain't gonna pick up right yet. Now, you know what? I'll tell you somebody that would surprise you. Day out of Ohio State. If somebody told me tomorrow that he's gonna go replace Carroll out in Seattle, let's see.
You got Carolina. You got you'll probably have Denver. You might.
Yeah,
have Las Vegas.
I don't think he'd go for any job. I think if he could go that job in Seattle, he'd take it. That job in Detroit, I think maybe he would take that. If New England's coach stepped down, I think he would take that job. And he would even take a job down in Texas for the Texans, because I tell you what, they showed some defense today. They need some offensive line. They need the same stuff the Browns need. They need an offensive line and they need a quarterback.
Well, the problem is the Browns' offensive line is almost the same one they had in 2020 when they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just how the one can't run block and the other one can't pass block. The 2 rookies they had that were really good, and Wyatt Teller can still pull really well, but now it's, hey, let's not throw 8 in the box and be like, or throw 8 in the box and say, hey, run the ball on us.
And Carolina, the way they ran the ball today all over Seattle, I tell you, that's the makings of a team that can win. If you can run for 2 bills a game, you find yourself a quarterback that doesn't throw interceptions and doesn't take sacks. And it's a little bit of mobile, can maybe run for 20, 25 yards a game. That's all you need. You don't need somebody to run for 100. That is deadly. That is absolute deadly, especially if you got any kind of defense.
Yeah, right now the Jets would have the 7th spot in the AFC playoffs. Good grief.
Well,
Mount Rushmore, the Giants players, 56 has got to be one of them with his face.
Right.
I got an old school name that could be on that list.
Phil Simms?
No. One better than
Phil Simms, Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, but there was a Giants quarterback that had way better numbers.
All right.
That's the guy I'm talking about.
All right. You can't put the running back up out there. What's his name?
I got another name for you. The same, a little bit further off than Tittle, but pre-Super Bowl era.
What? It wasn't Tittle?
Oh,
No, Tittle's one of them, but another guy.
oh, you talking about Dandy Don Meredith?
No. For the Giants.
Oh, what? Who did he play for?
But he did do Monday Night Football.
Fran Tarkenton?
Frank Gifford.
Frank
Gifford.
Gifford.
Yeah,
Frank
Gifford.
Gifford,
That's
yeah.
right.
He was Mr.
I put
Everything for them.
And then
So-
you would put Sam Huff there.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So
Yeah, was a Giant.
you're talking LT, Huff, and Tittle, and the Gifford can be replaced because the problem is they've been very defensive heavy.
Oh yeah.
They've had good enough offenses to win. I mean, I'm not throwing Eli Manning up there.
No.
No.
Well, how about Mr. Good Morning America, former
Oh,
pregame?
Tiki Barber.
No, the defensive line.
Strahan.
Strahan.
I don't think neither one of them. I don't think
Yeah.
Tiki Barber had the career that Sims had.
Jumbo Elliott.
No. You got to go.
I mean, the problem is you can throw any one of those four
way
linebackers.
back. I'm trying to. I'm going back.
Mark Bavaro.
Nah.
Yeah, you could make a Mount Rushmore of their four linebackers from that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bates.
for a Super Bowl team, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to. What the heck is this? See, I used to be a Bob Tucker fan. He was a tight end. You could say John Mendenhall. He was a defensive lineman. Carl Banks.
yeah, I put freaking Harry Carson ahead of Carl
Harry
Banks.
Carson.
Yeah, I would put Carson ahead of him too. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have people like Carl Nelson.
Who was that linebacker, Keith, that we watched play? White boy. And I mean, he absolutely just stuffed the middle of that time. And the dude went in the aisle, and he met him halfway and went the other way.
Oh, against Denver.
Gary Reasons.
Gary Reasons. Yeah.
Harry Reese.
That one for one reason, because he knocked the shit out of you, and you went the other damn way.
Yeah.
That was funny. Somebody told me and said, Rob, go watch that. And the dude started. He barely had left the ground. And I was like, oh, man, he goes Superman. Hell no. Before his feet left the ground good, he's starting that upward trend. Reasons hits him sideways, and he turns that whole body around. Not quite to the point of, what's his name, doing the helicopter in the Super Bowl.
Elway, yeah.
Elway, that helicopter in the Super Bowl was some funny shit, too.
Well, he also hit him in the right spot to make him do that. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened today with
That wasn't
Josh
really
Allen.
that hard of a hit. It didn't look like. I mean,
no,
kind of a couple glancing blows that just kind of spun him around.
right.
Who else could they have on the Mount Rushmore? You want to put a coach up at them, guess?
Yeah, Bill Parcells.
Parcells.
I mean, yeah.
Or George
essentially,
Allen. I'm not George Allen.
You're not looking
Yeah,
at mainly
Beckham.
an offensive-
Odell Beckham.
Yeah, right.
if you-
Well, I was thinking, who is the best receiver they've had? I mean, they aren't known
Best
for
receiver the
receivers.
Giants ever had. Well, like I said, I grew up watching Bob Tucker as a tight end.
Mark
It was,
Bavaro.
there was a guy. There was a man who ran in the Olympics in '68.
they didn't have Bullet Bob Hayes.
What the heck was his name?
That's his name, Tim. I believe Bullet Bob Hayes.
No,
Oh, yeah,
Bob Hayes
that's
is-
it.
Dallas.
No, he did play for the Giants. Okay. I
He
thought he
played for
only
the
played for the
Giants,
Cowboys.
He played for the Giants
Okay.
first.
Did he?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, you know, I say first. He may have ended his career with the Giants. I ain't sure. But he played for them. Yep. Not near as long as he did.
How did Fran Tarkington do as a Giant?
He was okay. He scrambled a lot.
Oh, well, he did that everywhere he went.
Yeah.
yeah.
He played 3 years there, right?
He had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
They had Tarkenton, they had Norm Snead, and then it all went downhill for a while. And then you had people like Joe Pizarchik.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Well, Miracle of the Meadowlands won.
The fumble. The fumble. That's all you have to say. If you're a Giant fan, you know the fumble.
Was the second one that
Well, I
punt
mean,
return? Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is there's a couple of them that are Miracle of the Meadowlands. Of course, you got the second one that everybody thinks of is just Sean Jackson's.
Yeah,
Punt
punt
return.
return.
That's the
Like
punt
the
return.
45
No,
or something.
the
He's
fumble.
playing for Baltimore now. Did y'all know
Uh-huh.
that? Deshaun Jackson.
Is he really?
I seen him playing today. He caught a couple passes for the Ravens.
I
That's
saw
something.
that J.K. Dobbins finally came back.
He don't give up. That dude don't give up.
Well, he's still got enough speed.
That's right. You have Charlie Connolly and Ken Strong. I forgot about him.
Like if you'd asked me who the all-time leading receiver is in yards for the Giants, I couldn't tell you.
I'm a Giant fan. I'm trying to tell you.
All-time leading receiver for the Giants. Phil McConkey.
Hold on.
Not even close.
Lionel Manuel? I don't know.
Phil McConkey.
No.
Phil the honky. Phil the honky McConkey. Now, let's see. In all seriousness, let me think. Their leading receiver of all time.
They had a Steve
Hold on,
Smith.
I'll tell you.
I don't think he was.
Steve- You talking about Steve Smith Sr., the one that ended
The
up
one that
I-
was out of
I just
He
pulled
went
it
to
up.
Carolina. Yeah.
Played
Was-
in the
No, I was
90s and
thinking Steve
2000s.
He played in the 90s and 2000s.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me think. I'll think of it.
Oh, Burris?
Nope.
Starts with a J.
Manningham?
Nope. Manningham didn't play in the 90s.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Jaravicious?
That's what I was going to say. Joe Juravicious. No.
Nope, but he did play in the Big. He went to college in the Big Ten.
Oh. Name Manningham. Let's see.
Nope. But the same school as Manningham.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I know who it is. but
Oh,
I can't think of his
okay.
name.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Hilliard?
Michael looked it up. What's that?
I did.
Hilliard?
Ike Hilliard.
No. Ike Hilliard went to Florida.
No.
Oh,
This player did go to Michigan.
Yes, he did.
it definitely wasn't Desmond Howard
Definitely was not Desmond Howard.
because he didn't play for them.
He didn't play for the Giants, I don't think. Let's just say he was well dressed.
Yes.
If you remember NFL prime time.
I don't think I'm going to get it, Tim.
Amani
Once you-
Toomer.
Tumor.
Money
Monty
Toomer.
Toomer.
Really? Wow.
Well-dressed Toomer.
Wow. Wow.
That was the last person I'd have thought of.
There's no way in hell I would have said, yeah, you go lead your team. What's up, Bob? Come on, Bob. What's up, Bob?
Hey
guys.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Not a Puma.
How about your Panthers today?
I heard they won. I was sleeping.
First time ever this has happened to me at my house.
What's that?
Today on NFL on Fox, we've got
The Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
no.
They're on CBS.
I gotta find the game it was because it was funny. It was funny before it was over with and cut it off of us.
The 49ers and the
No, oh no, we got the Eagles and the Titans, and we come into the middle of the third quarter. Well, since this is a blowout, folks, we're going to take you away from the Eagles. Eagles.
Oh, I've seen that.
What'd you say, Keith?
Eagles played the Giants.
Away from that game.
Eagles and Giants, rather, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that they switched games.
And they said, since it's 35-0, we're going to take you away from this game today.
That sounds like
the 49ers.
49ers. Did they do that?
They did the early game, too. They did both games. That's what I'm saying. They did. I've had it.
The 49ers Bucks was a 35-0 score.
Come on, dog.
What was the
I
Eagles
knew they
score?
were away that.
Eagles was 35-7 or something when they went off.
They were right way ahead.
Yes.
I'll give you that, but
Yeah,
35-0 or something. They came up and said, "There's this much time left in the third quarter. We're going to take you away from that game, and now we're going to switch you to what the hell game was it they went to?
The Dallas game.
Probably ticked off.
Was it the Dallas game?
Switch to the Dallas game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch to the Dallas game. I immediately turned the TV off. I go down to Mom's house and said, "Y'all want to go for a ride for a little bit?" So Dad wanted to fish today. I went and got him fish and brought him back. Come back home. I'm watching the Bucks and the 49ers for about 2 minutes. Then all of a sudden, we're going to take you away from this Bucks 49ers game, and we're going to take you to the Panthers and Seahawks. First time I've ever been here where both games on Fox got popped off during the third quarter because the score was such a shitty deal.
Yeah, because people be turning off their TVs.
What'd you say, Keith?
Can you get in touch with the guy that's in the PR department for the Eagles and see if he can take Rivera off her hands or something, or get in touch with a GM? And
Wouldn't that be some shit if I tried to call him one night when it was live online and be like, "Hey, yeah,
Remember 2
you're
years
live
ago?
on, you're live on the air. You're live on the air right now. And you know you remember me back from a couple of years ago. You was this dude. I'm sure you was kind of like a son of a bitch, but still,
They come here for us.
I'm wondering if there's a chance you could do me one more favor.
Yeah.
If the fans get together and we all donate $1
Oh,
each and send it to Philadelphia, would you be willing to pay the Washington Commanders coach to leave Washington, hand him a paper map of any third-rate nation,
go coach.
third-rate nation in the world, and put him on a boat for it, and promise to tell him it's a cruise around the world, and just don't tell him he can't come back. Yeah,
You can go drop them off in Vanuatu, which is the least visited country in the world.
I
If
really.
you know where Vanuatu is, good for you.
didn't score.
Put
I'm still
have him watch
watching
endless
Blue Jackets
videos of the
and
Eagles or Mike Ditka or something, so he gets driven nuts.
and Harris, your boy in Baltimore, he's solidified himself. He's gonna have a statue outside of Baltimore Stadium. You just give him a man time, right? You want to get him fired? He's gonna have a statue. It's gonna have Mr. Harbaugh with a cigar in his hand, saying, "The greatest of all time," right above his
Well, he
head.
probably is the top Baltimore Ravens coach of all time.
Billick over Billick.
Oh, he didn't do it.
Well, Billick wasn't there that long though.
No, he wasn't.
But Billick won all the time. This guy, he won all the time. That's for sure.
They had fourth down. They had 4 plays under the 10-yard line, San Diego, and they got nothing.
Was Billick there about 5 years or something?
I don't know.
Well, so the first coach was Marchibroda, right? When they left for the Browns because they didn't want to keep Belichick for some unknown stupid reason. You kneecap the guy by saying you're going to go to Baltimore, and then you lose all the quarterbacks, and you wonder why your team didn't do so well the last half of the season.
He was there 9 years, Billick.
How many years has Harbaugh been there?
Oh, he's been there for a
At least
while.
since 2012. because he was just the coach for the Super Bowl in 2012.
Yeah, he's got the best record of any coach from Baltimore. Not even close. He's got 145 wins.
For how many years? 11.
Probably Scholl has got more.
He's been there since 08. 14 years. 14 years.
Probably Scholl has got more wins than he has.
For Baltimore?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying for Ravens, or I'm just saying for the Ravens. Well, they got Marshall.
Ravens. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the wrong team. Okay.
Yeah, they got Marshall Broder on here, too.
Yeah.
He
was there
the
for
first
2 years.
coach.
Yeah.
Well, the problem was that they stuck the Ravens behind the 8 ball when they first started because you had all those Browns players that didn't want to be there anyways. Hell, their center, Steve Everett, even wore a Browns do-rag underneath his Ravens helmet, and the Browns people loved him for it. Another Michigan guy, by the way, Steve Everett.
What do you guys think about the ending of the Army-Navy game?
Oh, man, want it. I mean, my goodness. That was a tough played game.
Yeah.
That was a tough played game.
And yay, Johnny Gaudreau in overtime, and the Ohio State Buckeyes. I mean, Columbus Blue Jackets win 6-5.
I mean,
In
Harbaugh.
12 years, how many losing seasons has Harbaugh had?
Hold
He's
on.
got a 61% winning percentage.
2.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
3.
Yeah.
2.
145 wins, 92 losses.
Yeah, I know it. They ain't even close. How many did you say, Mike?
This ain't gonna count.
3.
2.
2 and 3. How many do you think, Tim?
What? How many losing seasons Harbaugh's had?
Yeah. Mike said 2. Bob said 3. Out of 12.
Like 3 for that answer. Although they might get this in for nah. I'm gonna say 4.
How about 2? 5 and 11. 5 and 11 and 8 and 9. That's it.
And
Every
one-
other year, he's been at least
5-11 is when they got Lamar's, so that helped.
500 a couple times. But other than that, below 500.
Were they 8-9? They were 8-9 last year. That's right. They didn't make.
Yeah, 8 and 9 last year, and 5 and 11 in 2015. Way back in 2015.
I mean, over
And
half the year
2016
he's been in
is when
double
they got
figures
Lamar,
in
right?
wins.
Do what?
Keith, go ahead. You were saying something.
Well, I was saying, in over half his seasons, he's been in double figures in wins.
Yeah, 7 of 8 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was you asking, Tim?
No, I was saying, with the year they finished 5-11, the next year they got Lamar Jackson, right?
Would it have been that far back 6 years ago?
Yeah.
It could have been, yeah.
He's got to be 28 or
Oh,
29.
twice they were 8 and 8.
Yeah, they were.
Well, how many years did
Okay,
he?
no, it's 2018. So they got lucky to get a winning season.
Yeah.
How many years did he? Had come in first place in those 12 years.
Doesn't say that right here. Let's see.
Hold on, I can get the.
Bring up the Ravens. Man.
5, I think.
Yeah, it looks like 5.
Sounds like
Well, if you
right.
How
count
many
this year.
division titles did he have? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. 4 division titles.
Yeah, and
Wow.
he's in first now. So
Yes.
In the 2012 is the year they. Let's see. Yeah, 2012 is the year they won the Super Bowl 10-6.
That was against
Brother.
Dallas.
Yeah.
They beat my Giants.
Offensive coordinator Jim Caldwell and Cam Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you have those genius. They're not genius head coaches, but they are genius offensive coordinators.
Yep.
Dean
P-
playoff.
Dean Pease is their defensive coordinator. He won't bad either.
No.
He came right. He came right after. He came right after Pagano. Pagano was. I thought Pagano was. A real
Hill
good.
just broke a record for the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill just broke the most yards receiving in 1 year.
Over Paul Warfield and Mark Clayton and Mark Duber. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they all had the same amount of yards.
1,392.
3 of them were tied for that.
No.
Oh, I
He
thought he
passed
said he was beating all 3 of those guys right there. Oh, we.
The last 11 years, Ron Rivera has had how many winning records, Rob?
4.
3.
How many with Washington?
1.
No, 0.
0.
This year so far.
Yeah. That time might help.
Shit.
Oh!
Do be aware. Be aware.
Times, but he's got an overall
people
winning
had
record,
their-
which is weird.
3
He's
Chargers
97
had their hands on that ball, and none of them.
And he was in Chicago for years and on that sucky ass team too. But hell, that's what helped him because he actually had a decent record in Chicago.
Chargers. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
But
3
yeah,
of them.
6 and 10, 7 and 9.
He
12
never
and 4,
does answer the damn phone, does he?
7, 8 and 1, 15 and 1, 6 and 10,
And we all laugh for guys.
11 and 5. He never wins 2
No problem.
seasons.
You are you back up there already?
Okay, Rob.
I think it's very smart. I think it's very, very smart.
So, Mike, any big wrestling news?
Oh yes. They had an afternoon pay-per-view yesterday in Garland in DFW.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, it was a Ring of Honor promotion. They had 7 matches, and Tony Khan, who owns now AEW and Ring of Honor, they had a press conference after the card. The card was pretty good. It was all Ring of Honor people. But now Tony has said that he's taking all the Ring of Honor people that have been on AEW television, and they're gonna slowly, gradually move them off. And Ring of Honor is gonna have their own. Eventually, they're gonna have their own show. Right now, they have their own. They have their website where you can watch all their pay-per-views and highlights and stuff. And they're going to have Ring of Honor shows on the website for now. And this week they're going to announce their television deal.
Their television deal?
Because Tony did not want, even though he has Ring of Honor, he didn't want the Ring of Honor people to overshadow AEW. Because in reality, AEW is his baby. Ring of Honor, he owns Ring of Honor now too, and he's going to focus on that, but he might get some help to work with them on it. Card yesterday was pretty good. It was very, very good. There was one match in particular that people were talking about. The double dog collar match.
Oh, yeah.
Between FTR and the Briscoes for the Tag Team Championship. I watched it. I watched that card. I watched the card yesterday. It was very good. And Jericho lost, thank God.
Yeah, so
And now-
Claudio doesn't have to join the Jericho
So
appreciation.
Claudio's
Society.
going to Ring of Honor. Now, they may sprinkle a Ring of Honor once in a while on AEW, but for the foreseeable future, they're going to focus on AEW. They got enough people on AEW. They have. They actually
are using like Miro. Like,
Miro. They're not using.
Okay.
Haven't used him in months. A lot of people are.
What are we talking about, guys?
I was talking about yesterday's Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and that Tony Khan had a big press conference after the card.
Yeah, it's rumored. It's just rumored. The way I'm understanding that
I already know.
one of the CBS affiliates is going to get the ROH contract. What's one of them that's got the Final Four and all that shit? Or the March Madness?
March Madness is CBS, Paramount.
Well, is it Paramount Network or is it Court TV or True TV or?
It might be True TV or something like that. It's one of them channels. The way I'm understanding, that's going to be carrying them on twice a week, 2 hours.
What, Ring of Honor?
Yeah, 2 hours. Let's see what nights of the week. Thursday,
Good
1
night.
1 hour on Thursday, 2 hours on Saturday, and it's
2 good nights.
no. Saturday is going. They're going to try to make it like a daytime thing and a nighttime thing. So
Okay.
And I'm even hearing that they may even split off and go leave Jacksonville area and go up to Atlanta up and maybe use what do you call it, the
NW.
kind of like WCW used to do, studio type wrestling.
Yeah, like NWA does.
I love that.
NWA does.
I love watching that. It's awesome.
Well, I also heard that NWA is going to Fight TV.
Oh, really?
Yes. They're going to be on YouTube and Fight TV.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sasha Banks is officially gone from, like Alex said before.
He's going to Japan. He's going to New Japan.
Yep,
She's
absolutely.
going to New Japan.
New Japan. I heard about that.
New Japan is already on Access Television.
Yeah, that's good.
one
That's
of
good.
the
That's
old
good
school.
wrestling. You like it, Access TV?
Yes.
I like it too.
Yes, I do. I have access. I have Access TV. I have it on my
Very
Fire
good.
Stick, and you're starting
I've
to
got
see
it.
it
It
on.
comes on my cable. That comes on my cable network, but I can't get the damn NFL Red Zone. That's the crazy
See?
shit. I ain't paying that per month. I ain't gonna do
See,
that.
now I got it on my Fire Stick, and I have it on. It's on my IPTV.
I got we got 493 channels here at my house.
Oh, you don't want to know how many I have.
But
I watch everything. 8,000 channels. What are you doing up there,
oh,
Chan?
dear God, something.
But yeah, that's a lot of big wrestling things going on. They're trying to.
What's going on over there?
I don't know. I got a cat eating his cat food. Another cat's cat food. That's okay. He's one of the good cats, so it's okay. I don't care.
What are your
And
dogs?
of course,
Are they
you're
outside?
seeing the advertisements all over the place for Avatar. Did you guys see Avatar, the original?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
did.
saw it. I rented it. I
Tractor
think.
trailer lost its brakes out here. Tractor trailer lost its brakes going down my road, and they were going down the hill beside my house here, and he was sliding sideways and stuff. I thought they got my yard. I saw light.
Is there any snow? Is there any snow down there?
No, he was just coming off the highway out here.
Oh, is he okay?
Crazy shit, man! I'm scared the hell out of me. He went on down that way, so my cousin will let me know if he didn't turn his yard up. I guess.
Oh boy!
Hell, if he
By the
tears
way, and the
tears
first
my
one,
yard up, all I got to do is just say, "Hey, you paid me however much
Walter
$100."
was stealing food.
They'd rather do that. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Walter, come on.
Arnold Hunter. Oh, I didn't invite Arnold Hunter. I mean, invite Arnold.
Come on.
Yeah. Arnold Hunter.
He's gone.
I'm
But
with
yeah,
the
there's no score after
Pick
first
some
quarter in the
games,
Miami.
Yeah, I'm now watching Vegas and Boston on the NHL Network, and
Oh, okay.
Vegas has a 1-0. Or sorry, yeah, Vegas has a 1-0 lead.
In Boston.
No, I think it might be in Vegas.
Because you know, Vegas, they play games at they play afternoon games during on the
Yeah.
weekend.
The one that always used to get me, the one year that I had center ice in 2010. Yeah,
My friend lives in
the
Vegas.
Ducks always seem to have the last game on Sunday nights. So they'd always play Sunday nights, but they'd be the evening
Yeah.
game.
Them or Chicago. Both of them always play late.
My friend lives.
Yeah,
my
it's
friend
in
lives
Vegas.
My friend lives in
And-
Vegas. He moved from New York, and he told he was so excited when they got the hockey team. So now he roots for the Knights, except for the one time in the year, and it happened this last week, I think, when the Rangers came in, because he was a diehard Ranger fan growing up, and that's the only time he would root against the Golden Knights when they play the Rangers.
Anybody got a piece of paper handy? We'll write down some scores of what we done this week. If you got 5 or 6, have you got it, Mike?
I have paper. I'm trying to find it.
All right. You just have to write different people's names down.
Yeah, I know.
And then you can just put one, you can put 1, 2, or 3 next to each person's name. And then we'll
I
add
have index cards. That works.
All right.
All right. Let's see how well I can write.
2 people keep it up with us there, and then we'll be in pretty good shape.
Hold on.
Okay.
I was trying to find good. I found the name of that fight I was looking for. Okay.
All right.
All right, go for it.
First, we'll do Bob. Okay.
Okay.
First game, he gets 1 point plus 1 point
2,
plus 3 points
5,
plus no points plus 1 point
6,
plus 1 point
7,
plus 3
10,
plus nothing 0 plus 1
11,
11,
plus 2,
13.
13.
and that's it for him so far.
13 so
Okay.
far.
All right, I'll put Sunday day because we hadn't done night yet. 13, that's Bob. Mike, we'll do you next.
Okay.
1 plus 0 plus 2 more,
Tree.
2 more,
5,
5,
2 more,
7,
7,
1,
8,
3,
11,
11,
2,
13,
13,
3,
16,
16,
1.
17.
17.
That's it.
17.
Might be the leader in the
We'll
clubhouse.
do Tim next.
Yeah.
What did Tim say? Yay.
Yeah, I already know it should be, but let's confirm. Go for it.
3
Tree.
plus 1
4,
plus 3,
7. Tim's already going to pass me soon.
nothing.
Nope.
1,
8,
1,
9,
nothing. 1,
10,
0,
0,
1,
1.
11,
and
That's
0. How much?
11.
11. Yep.
Keith,
Back at
3,
Tree.
That's it. Huh?
yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. 3 more.
6,
6,
1,
7,
2,
9,
9.
3,
12,
Oh, already passed me.
1,
13,
3,
16.
16.
2.
Yeah, he's got the
18.
lead now. He's got 18.
All right, let's go with Larry. Larry Legend. 1, 1,
2,
1,
Tree.
nothing. Nothing. 1,
4.
4.
nothing. 2,
I thought this is my kind of game. 6,
nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
6.
That's it?
They, he didn't do too good so far.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Bob.
Wow.
Bob.
We got Bob.
1.
We got Bob already.
Oh, did we? Oh, that's right. We got
Yeah,
Bob.
we did do Bob, yes.
All right, we'll go Rob. Let's do
Oh,
me.
yeah, there you
We'll
go.
come back and get Larry. I mean,
And Harris
yeah, we'll do Harris,
And then Brian.
and after
Brian,
Brian.
and Sean. I got Sean too this week.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll do me next. I gotta beat 6 to not be in the bottom. All right. Okay. 3,
Tree. Oh, that's half the battle.
2,
It's fine.
So 5,
3,
8. Not in the bottom.
1,
9,
1.
No. 9.
10.
No,
Wait a
9.
minute, hold on. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1, right?
So 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1.
10.
That's 10.
All
Okay.
right. 1,
11.
11,
nothing. 2,
13.
13,
1,
14.
14,
2,
16.
16,
3.
19. You are now
tied with
top
Larry.
dog.
Oh.
Yeah, top dog right now.
As far as I can go, though, with it. Oh, we got to get Darlene, too.
19.
19 for
Bob.
Rob.
All right.
Rob,
Harris.
3-0.
Harris. Nothing. 1,
1.
1,
So 2,
1,
2.
3,
3.
3,
6,
1,
7,
2,
9.
9,
2,
11.
11,
nothing. 2,
13.
1.
14.
14,
All right. Let's do Brian. 1,
1.
1,
2.
3,
5.
5,
nothing. 1,
6.
1,
7.
7,
3,
10.
10,
2,
12.
12,
nothing. 2,
14.
14,
1.
15.
15. Just above
Sean.
Harris.
See what Sean does here. 1,
Sean with 1.
3,
4,
3,
7.
7,
3,
10.
nothing.
Chargers have a field goal, by the way.
2,
12.
12,
nothing. And 2,
14.
1,
You again.
15,
15.
2,
17.
17.
Get off.
1.
Oh, 18.
18.
Second,
Wow.
tied for second.
Tied for second with
Darlene now. How about Darlene? 1, nothing. 3,
4.
4,
1,
5.
5,
nothing. 1,
6,
2,
8.
8,
nothing there. 1,
9.
9,
3,
12.
12.
and nothing. So she got 12.
So just above me.
8, 9, 10.
Below me.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's all of us. So, well, I've got 19. I went with the Dolphins. So who's got 18? Sean. He went with
Keith
He
and
was-
Sean and Harris.
Sean.
I'm sorry, wait a minute.
Sean
Sean
and
and
Keith.
Keith.
And Sean went with the Dolphins and over just like I did. Keith went with the Chargers and over. So that's 2 points he can make up there. Tomorrow night, I went with the Cardinals and over. Keith went with the Patriots and under. Sean went with the Cardinals and over, so Sean can't catch me. He can stay 1 point behind me, but he can't catch me. Because he picked the same stuff
That
I
little putty cat there.
There's my pesty cat, yes.
did. That pesty cat.
What's that one's name?
That's why I call her Pest.
Pest?
She craves attention, and then when I overstimulate, she bites me.
Ah,
What's the actual name of it, though?
Her name is Venus.
Venus?
Venus, like the second planet.
I
from
thought
the
somebody
sun.
said anus. I was like, no, nobody gets it.
I thought you said Venus.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire.
I thought he said anus.
No, Venus. That's that New York accent.
That would be Harris's cat.
This is one of my 5.
I saw something on YouTube. It was a damn making fun of the Dukes of Hazzard, and it was this guy wearing shorts with a badge on. He come walking up like this. They said, "What's your name?" Said, "My name is Mr. Straight." Mr. Straight? Are you Enos? No, I'm his twin brother Penis. I'm Penis Straight.
And what does Kermit the Frog have packing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The huge cucumber, bro. And the huge,
On the lily
if
pad.
if you guys have never seen this, it's on YouTube. Look up Kermit the Frog Omegle. OMEGLE.
OMEAGLE, is it?
OMEGLE.
GLE? Okay.
Uh-huh. He'll come on there, he'll say, "What's up?" And then all of a sudden, girls, Kermit, it's Kermit, it's Kermit. And then all of a sudden, just picture him being me right now. And then all of a sudden, you see something like this happen. And it's a cucumber, right? He says, "I'm getting excited, girls." And one of them says, "We got to go." He says, "Please don't go." And then all of a sudden he starts shaking like this. He says, "Please, it won't take but another second or two." 3 or 4 seconds later, you start seeing, what's that shit? Oh, that stuff you were talking about.
String or something.
Yeah, silly string starts shooting in the air right there. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's some funny stuff.
Gravy.
That is some funny stuff.
This is stuff they allow on YouTube.
Well, hey, how about this one now? I've seen this one before. One of the girls say, "Where's Miss Piggy?" "Oh, she's right here. Hold on." And then he backs up. She comes out and turns around and gets the silly string in her mouth.
Oh, God.
And then he says, "No, it's okay to go back down." I'm serious.
So when's baseball season start?
April 1st.
April 1st.
March 31st.
20. They
Is
have the
anybody
countdown.
gonna watch a World Baseball Classic?
So the Mets, now let's
I
see
will.
what they've added for pitching. They added Senga, they
Yep,
added
from
Verlander, and
Right.
somebody else, right?
Sanger, Verlander, and oh crap! They had 3 pitchers
Of course, they allowed a couple guys to go. Was it Bassett? And,
because Peterson.
Yeah, did Bassett go to Philadelphia?
Yes, I think.
That's what I'd heard. Oh my God, we said boys and
Oh,
girls.
no, not yet.
Washington signed.
Unless it happened today.
What'd you say,
They
Mike?
were talking to him.
Oh, okay, so he didn't sign yet. I was wondering.
No.
Somebody had told me he'd signed with.
Quintana, Keith.
Yeah, well, there was a pitcher for the Mets. I thought that might have signed with the Nationals. That was, Quintana signed with the Mets, but there was a guy. Was it Walker or something or Tyon?
Taiwan Walker went to the Phillies.
Taijuan
Phillies.
Walker.
He went
Okay.
to the Phillies.
And then-
Yeah,
Yep, he went to the Phillies.
we got Taiwan Walker.
Left.
If we get one more, we set. We got
You
We
got
got
Noah,
Taiwan.
Signed with the Mets. That's right.
we
you
got
got Noah
Taiwan Walker
Wheeler and Noah Wheeler Walker,
and
Okay.
and
Suarez and Falter.
Suarez and forget Falter. We go get
Suarez.
we get another jabroni. No, we get another jabroni. Bassett. We go get him.
Yeah,
He'll
that's
be our
right. They
full-
said Bassett. They're talking to him.
If they can get
109
him-
days for opening day.
If they can get him, I'm gonna say comfortably they can win that division.
That's
I think
the
the-
3 guys that would have been with the Mets that they would have if they signed Bassett.
And all 3 of them won 10 games last year with them.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
Yep. Yep, you're taking them away from him. Even if they can go in, just if they can throw 3.5, 3.7 earned run averages, that's fine. We don't have to have Cy Young Award winners out there. All we need is somebody can go 6 innings and keep us close. We got the offense.
Considering the age and everything, how do you, on a 1 to 10 scale, how do you score that Mets pitching staff if you got Scherzer, Verlander, Senga, and Quintana?
That's right. Senga is the pitcher's name. Okay, I gotta change that.
I mean, you got a couple guys that are getting up there.
Well, the fact is, I don't know how many innings they're gonna get. That's what you got to worry about. That's what you got to worry about.
And what they're going to have left at the end of the year.
If Scherzer and Verlander reach their rubber band limit, they screwed. They are screwed, absolutely screwed. Because
they would make a trade or something during the season.
Who would you make as one? Verlander?
Who would I? Hell no! I'd have Scherzer's my one. I don't know. Verlander. Either one of them could be. You're right. He just won a Cy Young. I guess he could be.
So your team, it's going to be Nola 1.
And I don't like it. Wheeler should be number one. This is the way I would do it. If we get Bassett, I'd have Wheeler 1, Bassett 2, Nola 3.
I have to check.
Touchdown Chargers.
Taijuan Walker 4. And the lefty 5th, Ranger Suarez 5th. That's the way I do it.
Okay. And you put Falter in the minors?
I would put Falter, let him fall where he may, and just let it roll. Because if he don't come back,
your bullpen's interesting too, because you also got Matt Strom from the Padres.
That lefty. Yeah. And in the process, we got rid of Robertson, which he's good.
Went to the Mets, right?
Robertson was good. But I would have never signed him again. Do you remember his 2020 year?
Mm-hmm. Yankee years.
11 million, and you know how many innings he pitched?
5.
8 innings. $11 million. Yeah. I said 8. It might have been 5 innings. I don't think he went 8. I think he got paid $2 million an inning.
And what are the odds that the Yankees are going to get Rodon, Mike?
I don't know. I'm gonna honestly 50-50.
Or Correa. They want Correa too.
Correa, they could use Correa because, they got Peraza, and I wish they would come and find a trade to get rid of Hicks and Donaldson together, but that's not going to happen. A lot of people don't want.
We'll take them for Alec Bohm, Bailey Falkman, and 2 cups of coffee.
Oh Lord, no.
Is Stanton somebody they want to hang on to, or
no? He's a DH. Sure,
would they trade him for anything, or?
He's been in trade talks. He's been in trade talks, but he's making
to eat what they'd have to eat for him.
$31 million.
You got Judge, Bader, Hicks, and Stanton as your DH right now. Your bench is like all that pronunciation I gave. Higashioka, kind of Falefa, and LeMahieu and Osvaldo Cabrera.
Ross and salaries last year.
We don't have much out there otherwise.
Salaries last year.
What were you saying about a certain number of games, Tim? 100 and something starts or something?
No, I didn't say anything about that.
I thought you said something like 109 when we were talking about pitchers with the.
No. The days until opening day. It's 109 days until opening day.
Oh, 109 days. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Right now, Tampa Bay's highest paid player is.
I'll tell you who it is right now. Well, I don't even have to.
Wander Franco, $16.5 million.
Yep.
Is that the shortstop?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
or third base.
Zach Eflin is their second highest paid player.
Correct.
That tells you how bad off that deal is.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they have a way of taking pitchers and kind of getting them to pitch well there.
Correct. Their
It's
pitching
crazy.
staff is interesting.
There was some guy from the Pirates just a year or two ago that they had that didn't really do anything. with
Glasnow.
Chris Archer.
Tyler Glasnow.
Last now, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Tyler
Tommy
Glass,
John.
He's back there again.
He
He's
pitched
with
the
them.
year last year.
They got him down there. Well, right now, yeah, he's making $15 million. Yeah. Juan DeFranco is not a free agent until 34. 2034. That is nuts.
There you go.
What do you got going on in the chat room here?
You know how old he is, though? Juan DeFranco.
It's like
23, 24?
22, 23, 21.
21 is all he is.
Wow.
Yeah, they signed him when he was like,
How the hell do you get an $11 million contract when you're 20 years old? That's some crazy shit.
Guys, Twiscani,
That's
Snow
what
from
I'm worried
Nine
about.
Foot
Like, that's why I worry about Judge with his 9 years. By the time his 9th year is around, he's going to be close to 40. And you know how these long contracts act up. Look at Albert
I
Pujols.
so wish that MLB would go the route of NHL and go no contract longer than 8 years.
Really?
Yeah.
The NHL has a limit on the years of contract.
I don't think it should let. I
I
like it. I like it that way. If you hang yourself, that's too bad. You hang yourself.
The other problem is that MLB makes enough money where it doesn't matter. It does matter for the NHL where they can't hang themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
interference.
mean, record revenues, and it's like,
That's all it is. Record revenues.
So does that lead to players getting more money per year then, or has they got a cap system?
No, we don't have it. There's no cap system in MLB. There's
No, it's not about
luxury.
the
There's
NHL.
taxes.
Yeah, NHL does.
I think they're gonna have to pay.
NHL does.
NHL's got a cap. Yeah. They got a flat cap. And then if you end up getting an injured reserve player and you cut them off your roster, they don't count as much on the, you still have to
Doesn't
pay
count
them.
at all. Well, if you go on long-term injured reserve, it doesn't count at all.
Right. But if
Injured
if
reserve,
it's
you
just,
can at least
let's
call
say-
somebody up.
yeah. But you still have to keep paying them.
Yep. Which is
And
why
it's-
sometimes
And there's a certain amount of players you can put on IR. It ain't you can't put like 7, 8, 9 on IR. You can't do that shit. There's only so many. You can
I'll
only
have to
protect.
check that whole Blue Jackets because they have about that many.
In MLB, you can.
It ain't for the season though, is it, Tim?
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, you got. Hold on, let me pull up the list of injuries for the Blue Jackets. I know they have one of their defensemen out for the year.
Touchdown.
Who is that? Chargers?
Fish.
Fish.
Guy had the ball from Miami. He was carrying it. He got hit. Let's see. He got hit, fumbled the ball, picked up by Hill. Let's see.
He ran around to the other side.
And ran around the other side. And good night,
Went all the
world.
way. Yeah.
It's a lot shorter than I thought it was. Maybe they'll add another one, but you have for the Blue Jackets. They have Voracek for post-concussion syndrome.
Jake Voracek.
Yes.
Oh.
They don't know if he'll be back for the rest of the season. That's how bad it is. Zach Werenski's out for the season, torn labrum. Jake Bean also has a torn labrum. He's probably done for this. He's done for the season. Justin Danforth also a torn labrum, done for the season. And then they just put Corpusalo on the IR with a lower body injury. He left the game Friday night after the first period, and he's probably going to go on IR. I think he's on IR. So they got 5.
Wow.
Kenny Pickett use. Oh.
What's up?
Kenny Pickett. Extreme headaches and migraines is going to be staying overnight in the hospital tonight. Because
Okay.
they had him on concussion protocol twice today.
Yes.
He got hit twice within 5 plays. And then they finally took him out. I don't think he came back in, did he?
No, he didn't.
He was done.
No.
Oh, is there-
He's going to spend the night in the hospital, and then they're going to see if they can. They're going to have him some kind of test tomorrow. But they think it's precautionary, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's precautionary.
okay. Keith,
When they asked
Yeah.
me to bring back my New
Keith,
Year's Eve party,
the
I said
mystery
yes.
team in Rodon's deal is the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that on the MLB app earlier today.
Yeah, they say that the mystery team is the deal on Rodon.
Ravens may be fined $100,000 by the league for letting Tyler Huntley stay in more snaps after getting hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
then the Saints got fined, what, $50K for faking
Yeah.
Cam Jordan's injury?
$500K.
$100K.
$500K. Yeah. And they've been told now. They've been told their head coach and their coaching staff is at risk of getting like missing games and shit if they don't tighten the hell up. It's funny how they do that stuff.
It's funny how
Tell
they're
the truth,
paying
I couldn't tell you
attention.
who the Saints head coach is.
I couldn't even tell you who their coach is right now.
Who's that? New Orleans?
Saints, yeah.
Oh, what the heck is his name?
It's all meow meow. Meow.
That's mine.
No, mine's gone.
And when my mom, this is what's so funny. It ain't the cat, it's my mom. Cat will go meow. Oh, she's saying mama. What? Meow is not she's saying meow. Mama, meow. Okay, close enough. All right, mama. All right, go for it. Shit. Mama? Saying meow. You got a pretty good cat. I got to give her credit for that. She has got a pretty good cat. Bob, you said you saw that video of the 2 cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the gray one. The gray one is the one she still got. She was young at that time. Spoiled little shit.
Right.
She's a good cat. Yeah. She comes all under my feet. So she loves Darlene to death.
That's good.
My daddy today, we riding down the highway, a little tear riding down his eye. He said, "When's Darlene due home?" I looked at Mom. I'm like, "He's crying." He said he's been asking all day, "When's Darlene coming home?" I'm like, you know what? That's pretty damn cool. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna wait and tell her after she gets home. But yeah, she's staying with her sister. See, they getting all kind of rain up there. It's dry down here where we're at. It rained down there with you today, didn't it, Bob?
Yeah, we've had rain on and off. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get none today. It's been pretty nice. North of us, south of us, and west of us, it's been raining. But
FYI,
crap,
Dennis
with them out in California and the mountains out west.
they really get
Floods in California.
Yeah.
6 inches of rain.
Mm-hmm.
what did it do in 49er game? It didn't affect him today, did it?
Must not
No.
have. No, I didn't see anything.
Seattle did.
No. I could see who was the Steelers and Ravens game. I could see a little bit of water. It looked like old little things when I was watching that game.
I think Buffalo had snow.
Right.
they?
And the Giant game was raining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fine with not getting any precipitation. Just stay cold.
Me too.
And
Just clouds.
keep the wind out. That's the second problem I have is walking through that wind tunnel. You ever watch any of the Cleveland games where they show that green statue that's kind of like half twisted? It's the War Memorial statue at in front of the Key Tower. I walk by it every day.
Okay.
to and from
Oh,
work.
okay. Yeah.
You walk through that wind hits you wham, because there ain't no buildings. It's just close enough to the lake, and there's nothing to protect the wind.
Well, it's the same way when you go in Philadelphia. If you're getting off the trains, one of the trains under the ground, and you're getting up in the train station, it's kind of like Grand Central Station, except they got 8 doors this side, 8 doors this side, 8 doors this side, and 8 doors behind you. And they're always open. And like you say, if you got a hat, you better put that sumbitch on your head and put it on tight because it will fly. And when I say it'll fly 100 yards in the air because it's some bitches 500 yards across and 400 yards wide. It's a whole city block.
Well, that's why you do not have carry an umbrella in downtown Cleveland. If it lasts you 3 weeks, you're lucky.
Yeah.
It's just too windy, and it folds the thing inside out, and it busts. And I've completely given up. I was like, I think I had 2 that broke, and I was like, nope, I'll walk through the rain if I have to.
Yeah. It's better for snow than it is for rain.
Say again.
It'd work better for snow than it would for rain.
Yeah, it probably would. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it's coming right at your face, man. I should have burned the piss out of your face, man. That wind hits you.
Oh yeah.
I burned. Oh yeah, I know.
Well, the worst part was but this is pre-pandemic, so it had to be either 18 or 19. We had about 3 or 4 consecutive days where it was below zero. Let me tell you, that ain't fun to walk in either.
No.
They even told people to stay home for 2 days out of that 3.
Zero's not too bad if you have no wind and no snow and stuff to have to fight. But if you get even 2-3 mile an hour wind, 2 and 3 miles an hour is nothing. I mean, that's a leaf doing this. But if you go outside and it's 2 and 3 mile an hour wind, it will make it just gets through your clothing, and you don't have a chance. You don't.
I tell you. When I was stationed in Fairbanks, it got down to minus 62 at sometimes. God. Talk about cold. That's cold.
Rob, did you have to sleep with like the water bottle like next to your chest so it wouldn't freeze?
No, I didn't. But they told people if you had a mustache, don't touch your mustache till it thaws out, or else it'll crack off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! Can you imagine that? now you know, Bob. Now you know what everybody's going to go to YouTube and go look for. Man cracking mustache off in the Arctic.
Yep.
I'll probably be one of the first ones when we go off the air. I'm going to YouTube and going to see if I can find something. And then if I do it, I'll take a picture of it. I love shit like that astounds me. It's just crazy, man. I love stuff like that.
The coldest
we had a power plant, which was a coal plant, and you can see the stacks where the steam comes out of. Well, it just froze in midair. Looked like because it was so cold.
Have you ever had a bucket of water? Took it outside, threw it, and turned into dust.
I've seen that on YouTube, but I've never done it.
They say it's 65 or 70 below zero. You can do that bullshit. You got to have a bucket of water, throw it in the air, throw it down, and it turns to dust. Now that is bad as shit right there, boys and girls.
Have you seen the ones where somebody's had dungarees in there and they're just stiff as a board outside?
Yeah. It's crazy stuff.
Coldest ever recorded in Cleveland was minus 20 in 1994.
Wow.
I remember I would have been in 8th grade, and we had at least 2 or 3 days off. In fact, they canceled the one day. Oh, it's too cold. And then they canceled like the next 2 days.
Yeah.
That's about how cold it was.
Said, forget it for the rest of the week.
That's about how cold it was about 3 years ago when my mom passed away, and I had to go up there for the funeral in late January, early February.
Did they have a burial outside for?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good Lord. I would have said,
At that
okay.
point, I'd be like, I'm buying myself
It
an
was
overcoat.
almost zero that day. Fortunately.
This is what I would have done, Tim. I'd have been like,
way below zero.
I'd have been like, we'll take you at your word. We'll have our service in here, and you have to do the burial out there. Ain't no way. I wouldn't take my mom out in that cold shit no more. My dad either one.
Well,
Shit.
done.
When my uncle died, and let's see, I was still living in Philly. 2013. We were burying him on July the 3rd. Just down the street here, it was 106 degrees.
Yeah.
I was one of them ones that had to tote the casket. We call it
Pallbearers.
Pallbearers.
pallbearer. We're going to do now. As soon as we left the church, they said, "Okay, now get in your cars. We got to ride to the burial, which is about a 10-minute ride." I told Mom, "Let me drive. Please let me drive. Let me have the air wide open." She said, "Okay." The preacher decided he was going to go sing 2 songs next to the plot. Next to in the cemetery. I was ready to grab that guitar and knock him right over the head with it like Jeff Jarrett. Can you find? He found Amazing Grace. Doom, 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 doom. I mean, he couldn't have sang it no slower. If I'm lying, I'm dying, folks. I did this. Rob starts doing this shit with his foot. I am not absolutely lying. I'm patting my foot down like I'm hoping he goes speed that song up just a little bit for us. I am sweating out of every pore in my body.
Yep.
We're down here. We're taking my parents back to Philly with us after we leave. It was a Sunday afternoon. It's July 3rd or 4th or 5th. They get in the car with me. Mom says, "What do you want to do?" And I go, I don't say nothing. I'm just driving up a road. I hit me in the face. We get about halfway back here to the house, and she thought we was going on up there. I said, "I got to change clothes." I get in the house up here, their house then, and put me a pair of shorts on, and I think I threw a wet towel too around my neck. It took me 30 or 40 miles up the road before I was just, I was drinking. I think I drank 2 or 3 bottles of water. I was just like, which they was giving us bottles of water to the, what do you call the people? We call us at the cemetery.
The pallbearers?
Yeah, the pallbearers. They was doing it just for the pallbearers. And Mom and Dad had decided we can't stay outside. So they had us up under the umbrella. There was an umbrella out there. So they had the pallbearers out under that. As soon as it was over with, my cousin says, I hope my mom, he was telling me he hoped his mom had cranked the car. I said, my mom sat out there in the car the whole time. He's got a driver's seat waiting on me. And I told him bye. And me and him were real close. Where's the Super Bowl going to be at this year? Hold on. I will tell you.
Was it Arizona?
Arizona, where the Cardinals play. Yeah. Arizona. Yeah. Then it goes to New Orleans, and then it comes back to Vegas.
When are they going to play at New York again?
I wish they would. That was too successful for them, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
it snowed the day after.
Think about this.
Go ahead. Finish up and I'll
Chicago, Philadelphia, Seattle, Buffalo. Can you imagine if they had one of those joints? Jeez.
No freaking way.
No.
Why not? New
York. Too cold. Too much snow. It's like I said, it snowed the day after.
In New York, it averages snowing about 8 days out the month.
Right.
So there's a great chance it could have been snow then. And Go back and look at that temperature that day. It was in the 40s.
46, yeah.
It was
46
in the 40s,
degrees.
and like I said, the next day it snowed.
Yeah, it did. But they said they were ready. They were going to let it play no matter. I think it would be great for the sport. What would be better than letting them play in Washington? Let them play in the old RFK. Put 80,000 seats in that son of a bitch.
That's gone now, ain't it?
I mean, they've got
No, it's still there. It's still
Is it
there.
still there?
they've got the Minnesota Dome now. They've got the Detroit Dome. They've got the Indianapolis Dome.
But the time it is that when they went to the Giants, they said we want to try it outdoors for the experience and all that. Go to New England, best damn field there is. They got the best grass. Shit,
I can't imagine Lambeau. I mean, they don't have good enough seats up there.
Lambeau don't have grass.
Anyway.
Lambeau don't have grass in the summertime. They can't get grass in the wintertime. But Gillette Stadium to me would be, of all the stadiums north of, halfway through the U.S. or whatever, I think it's the nicest stadium of all of them. Even nicer than Seattle. I think it'd be great.
How about the Big House?
Oh, can you imagine going to Michigan and go play? See, the problem with that would be it's on a university campus. Parking,
And serving beer.
yeah. Beer, well, they serve beer at the Michigan games anyway, but
Usually they don't. They usually don't serve beer at the Big Ten colleges.
really? Oh, I didn't know that. I've never been to a college game that didn't have beer. Ever. Never.
I'd have to
Yep.
check, but when I went in, probably about 2012, they didn't have beer.
Really? Wow.
And then that was the problem when the Vikings played at the new Gophers Stadium.
Oh,
They couldn't do it because it was on.
No, because they didn't serve beer at all, so they had to bring in the beer trucks.
Oh, see, it's too many problems if you were to go on a college campus. But man, oh man, can you imagine if they could just do it? Hell,
play at Rice Stadium.
where?
Rice Stadium.
And once
In
again,
Houston,
they
you
don't want to
mean?
do the college.
No, Rice.
Like, why not have a game at the Rose Bowl? Like, that used to be in the rotation. Why isn't that in the rotation?
Rose Bowl used to be one of the best ones to watch.
Yeah,
football.
Pasadena to me is my favorite for television. I mean, that's just
Mhm.
the prettiest
Yeah.
experience there is for a Super Bowl. But
Well,
Y'all remember that miserable experience then in Miami back 2011?
the Bears and
The
Yeah.
Prince
Oh,
halftime
wow.
show.
2000,
Bears. What year was that?
that was
2006.
2007, I think, or
Well,
2006.
January 2007.
Bears and Colts.
Purple
That was
rain.
hellacious. That was hellacious to watch.
No, but like Prince singing "Purple Rain" in the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to be. It
Did
had
he
to be.
intentionally hold his guitar up like that behind the sheet to make it look like?
I don't know, but that could have been a disaster. It probably wasn't even plugged in, so it probably wouldn't have mattered.
Alex says we don't have to worry about the home team getting a home field advantage in the Super Bowl this year
Yeah.
because the Cardinals aren't here.
Because the Cardinals suck, he said. Yeah.
Did you ever buy the
Although
Janet
it is
Jackson
kind of funny
thing
to
was a
watch their
mistake?
Hard Knocks.
Did you ever
I
buy
don't know
that the
if it was-
Janet Jackson incident with Timberlake was an accident? I always thought that
No,
was
that was
intentional.
completely not.
I think
an
it was
accident.
set up. I think it was set up.
Because that just looks so intentional. He just reaches over there and grabs that.
And you notice you don't hear a word out of her no more.
Nope.
No, she has.
Ever since her brother died, you ain't heard shit from her.
No.
And she just fell off the earth.
Yeah,
Now-
pretty much.
I seen yeah.
Well,
What is that?
go ahead.
That highway that goes near the stadium, the in Philadelphia they played at. That 95?
That's 95 right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does the Phillies play there too?
Phillies play right next door. You can
Oh, they
walk.
play next door.
Yeah, you could. It's the next block, but you can park right next to the football stadium. Walk right over. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the hockey stadium is right there too. The Wells
Yeah.
Fargo Center. All three are there.
They did the right thing by doing that.
And they had the Wells Fargo Center across the street from where the old
Spectrum.
was. And I was there when they had that big ball busting through the walls and shit. That was bad to watch, man. They were showing you could go to that live and watch it if you wanted to. And they would set that summit sideways, and all of a sudden you just see shit just fly down. Wow, I love watching shit like that. My wife, Darlene, she said, I wish that's what I want to do for a living. I want to tear shit up.
Did they tear the old Cleveland Browns stadium down and the Bengals Synergy Field?
Well, okay, I can tell you for what they did with the old Brown Stadium. They did wrecking ball it, but then they dumped it in the Lake Erie for the fish to use.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a natural reef.
Like they do with subway trains in New York. They send them down to Delaware to make a reef out of it.
Yep. So that's what they did with the Brown Stadium, and then they built right on top of it where it was for First Energy. Now, what they did with the Bengals Stadium, I don't know, but I believe they did implode that
Synergy.
because that was Riverfront. So I think they imploded Riverfront.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed them.
Which was funny because the new one
That was dual football and baseball.
Yep.
Yeah, those
Really?
cookie
Thank
cutter
God those days are
stadiums.
over.
Like Pittsburgh had one, the Veterans
Yep.
Stadium.
Cleveland had one. San Diego had one. Oakland had one. St. Louis had one at one point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Baltimore had one
Philadelphia.
at one point. Memorial was both
Baltimore did
football
that.
and baseball.
Yep. Technically, bye, Michael. Yeah, and probably the Senators shared RFK with the Redskins, right?
Yeah, they
I
did.
think so, yeah.
At RFK, yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Who else? Atlanta shared Fulton County with the Braves and
Yeah.
Falcons.
Yeah.
They don't have the
And
old
then the
timer
Marlins
baseball
and the
games anymore, do
Dolphins
they?
shared a stadium.
Got me some stuff else to do.
And it's almost like who didn't share a stadium back in the day?
Tim,
And
they
the
don't have
Oilers
those
and the
old,
Astros.
they don't have those old timer baseball games anymore, do they?
Yes,
Do-
Mets had one last year. First time they'd ever had one.
Well, they used to
They
have
did
American
have one.
League First National League, like back in the 80s and that. They'd have the players that were like
Yep.
in their 50s or something playing.
Well, they had
Where'd
the
you get them,
infamous
Rob?
one is
Do what?
Where'd you
Oregon.
get them at?
I got that at Goodwill. Believe it or not.
Oh, did you?
This is like rubber matted right here. These two up on the shoulders. It's got the duck on the side.
Yeah.
A small size, real small. Medium. It says medium. It's a Nike team jersey, so it's got team jersey at the bottom. I can't get it up that high. I don't think you can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right. I got that. I got maybe what's the most famous high school or academy that has basketball players trying to groom them, so to speak,
IMG.
for college.
Up near
Hill?
Washington.
Ohio.
Oak Hill. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oak Hill. That's where Carmelo Anthony went.
Yeah. So I found out that's a big Nike dry fit too. I paid $2 for that, so I'm sure I'll punch that up and try to.
Good gravy.
What?
$2 for a dry fit? That's cheap.
And then I paid $1 for
Probably
this.
well used. That's the
I paid
problem.
$1 for that. So
Okay.
Alabama, and it's got let's see what kind of Tommy Bahama.
Okay.
So I paid $1 for that. That's all I did. So
Oh, wow.
I'll clean all three of them up and see if I can maybe make maybe I can make $40, $50. I ended up selling a what's not women's basketball, but they play some lacrosse, a lacrosse jersey. It was an inside out jersey, so when they were on the road they could have it orange, It was University of Virginia. It said Wahoo Yahoo or something. That's what it said on it. And it was like number 61 or some shit. I'd never seen one, and I paid like $250 for it. And I was like, I'm putting $35 on it. Somebody bought it for 30, whatever the hell they paid me. Was
that the alert that went off the other night while we were on the air? Is that what?
No, mine doesn't make noises like that. I don't know what that was that did that shit. I was still trying to wonder what the hell it was. I'll show you a picture of this though. Sold $30 plus $5.99, so $35.99. Let's see if I can find my pictures for it. All right. So that's got Whoville on it, 65. It's that New Balance. Let's see. And then that's the back of it, University of Virginia. And then if you reverse it, check it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's the back of it there. I didn't know what it was worth. I was just like, you know what? I paid like $2. Lacrosse jersey. That's what it's called. Lacrosse jersey.
Right.
Oh, here comes Tim back. Come on, Tim. I didn't realize that we lost him.
Oh,
It
yeah,
did,
we
did
lost
the
Michael
same thing
too.
it did to me earlier. It doesn't help. Okay. So worthless plug. Start number 16 of the McCormick replay is uploading now as we speak. So,
16?
Yep. So I'm kind of averaging like once a week, which is better than once every 2 months. I'll get there soon enough. Like
that's what it looked like. I got that in the mail.
But
I sold a Neymar jersey not too long ago too. Neymar. Soccer jerseys go fast, man. I just don't know all of the famous players. All these damn countries.
Be lucky if I know any of the players. By the way, what does Morocco have against the Iberian Peninsula? Beating Spain and Portugal. That's the Iberian Peninsula.
Really?
Yeah, and now they get to play France. So now they're going to whoop up on Western Europe.
You think they go beat France?
Doubtful.
I don't think they will.
Doubtful.
I picked yesterday's scores. I'm gonna say France 2, Morocco nothing. The other game is Argentina
and Croatia.
Argentina, Croatia. I'll say 1-0 Argentina. And I think it'll be Argentina, France in the finals.
If that happens, then all the guys on the trivia team will be heading to Washington, D.C. because his brother is married to an Argentinian.
Really? And
They'll go watch.
They'll go to the finals. They'll go to the finals.
Well, they're not going to Qatar, but they'll probably go to a bar in the D.C. area.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So I was I had heard that the stadiums in Qatar, they're going to be taken down once it's over. The one stadium will be.
I've been hearing that too. Yeah. Yeah.
Trust me.
Sean D says, I'm embarrassed to be a Cowboy fan. They didn't play their best. That's for damn sure. They didn't play very good at all.
Nope. They played down to their competition. That's for sure. By the way, Sean, nice job on your picks today.
Rob, can you name the high school that Ralph Sampson played at?
I certainly can. Harrisonburg High School.
That's right. The Blue Streaks.
Yeah.
So we got what?
Does it say how many points he averaged in the high school game? Before the shot clock, before the 3-point shot? That's pretty damn.
You guys have shot.
I'm
You guys have shot clocks in Virginia?
We had the shot clock come in college.
No. But like, so
You talking about high school?
Rob,
Yeah,
I just
high school.
copied and pasted
Yeah,
the link
yeah,
I'm
no,
looking
you-
at.
Nope.
Yeah, we got shot.
Ohio does not have a shot clock.
I just copied and pasted the link I'm looking at into your phone.
Yeah, we got 30. We got 30-second shot clock down here, Tim, or 35.
For high school?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Last time I went to
And
a high
they're,
school game,
they're thinking about moving the 3-point line back to college length for the boys.
Okay.
Then
Then you're going to have a lot of gyms that are going to be terrified because they're going to have 2 different 3-point lines. You're going to confuse the damn officials.
well, they had 2 lines. Well, hell, some of the schools now have got a place for the boys to go and the girls to play. Same time they can play. That
God.
yeah.
I
Yep.
wish my high school, either of my high school, one of my high schools might be torn down.
A lot of times, the girls end up going to the middle school, playing from the middle school gym.
Okay.
But the fact is, it's not. It's next door, but it's just as nice or nicer a lot of times. They give them all.
Now, you could have done that with my. Well, I mean, it's not that far. You just have to go, like around. It'd probably be less than a 5-minute drive.
In Virginia, they're on the same property, middle school, high school. They, like, okay, I need to go talk to the middle school principal. You might get in this car, but it's only a 10th of a mile. I mean, it's
Right.
literally, you can almost walk there as quick as you can drive there.
Okay, so Rob, I'm gonna show you how it was set up when I. Okay, so I lived, like, oh crap, I can't do this in 3 dimensions. Okay, so here's my house. So you had the road going this way. So like, if you kind of went here, there's the elementary school. A little further down the road was the high school, and behind the elementary school, but on a different street, but you had to go like around the corner and go another street, was the middle school.
Oh, okay.
So that was about the closest we had. And once they decided to close the high school, it was bye-bye birdie for property values. And Ovechkin scores another empty net goal.
Yeah, well, hadn't his last 5 been empty nets?
Pretty close. 3 out of the last 5, probably.
I know he did 3 in a row or 4 in a row before tonight. I didn't know whether he'd scored one tonight that was not.
He just did. I've got the
There
NHL network on
was,
right now.
there was an empty net. There was not an empty net.
Oh, that was not an empty net. No, I don't know, but
I don't know.
And then, anyway, no. So that's about the closest I've been. I mean, like I said, you could see the one from the one playground. Although now, from what I'm reading, I don't think they even use it, which is a darn shame because, and I doubt that they used it now. We used to use so there was different playgrounds for each of the grades. Like you'd have the kindergarten and first graders had the swings and the monkey bars and the kind of thing you climb up on. And then like maybe there was only 2. And then like 3rd through maybe it was kindergarten through 2nd. Then like 3rd through 6th grade got the basketball court. So or they did the rings and something else. So it was like, but the one that had the basketball court, the people in the area would play there during the summer when there wasn't school. Now they probably get you for trespassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used to play on the schoolyards during the summer. Basketball, football, baseball.
That reminds me
This
that
Rob
grade.
This one's back in 2 days. Sure.
Okay. The 3rd and 4th grade did have a separate one. But that was mainly kickball. But the problem was that the thing they used had like little stones on it. So like I remember tearing up a pair of jeans just kneeling for a ball. And it was like he did something, I kind of rolled around and it kind of tore a hole in the jeans.
Yeah.
I was like, my mom was pissed. And then like you could play basketball on it. It was kind of a dual kind of thing. We mainly just played kickball for recess. Or you could have like the side thing had like Foursquare on it. You could play that anyway. And let's see if Sean knows what Foursquare is. See if he played that when he was a youngin'. Let's see. I'm waiting for Sean to see if he ever played Foursquare when he was younger. But no, anyway, we can continue. But like I said, now the problem is they cut out all these gym classes, and you get all these kids wound up with energy with no place to burn it off. What kind of
25
pisses-
greatest high school basketball players of all time. Honorable mention: Jerry Stackhouse, Oak Hill
Okay.
Academy.
If I had to guess, number one is probably going to be. All right, I'm going to throw my guess for number one: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
You're
or
right.
Lou Alcindor.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, he averaged 43 a game, didn't he?
Not only that, he revolutionized basketball then.
Yeah.
Didn't he play Wilt in high school and like it sold out? I'll say LeBron probably has to be top
Oh,
10.
Memorial Panthers in New York. It says.
I saw Kobe play high school ball, son.
Did they make a trip from it was Lower Marion and PA. They must have
Lower Marion outside of Philly.
Yeah. Okay, so then
I was living up
definitely-
at it. I was living up at the time. Yeah.
It says he only lost 6 games in his high school career, 5 in his freshman year.
Who was that?
Lou
Who was
Alcindor.
that?
Lou Alcindor.
Well, shit. We went 3 years and lost 2 games. Is all we lost in 3 years. When I was in
Number
school,
2. It says
Yeah.
number 2 is Jason Kidd.
Okay, so like what did
From St. Joseph Notre Dame Pilots in Alameda, California.
yeah.
okay.
And do you know why?
Did he
They-
average like triple double every year?
Finishing his career as the state's all-time assist leader and top 10 in scoring in the state, all time.
Yeah.
He won a Naismith Parade and USA Today Player of the Year honors,
Yep.
multiple State Player of the Year awards as McDonald's All-American selection 3 years in a row. Boom,
Yep,
boom,
that'll do it.
boom.
That'll do it. Well,
Plus, he won
so-
state titles his junior and senior year, state titles.
Yeah.
And chances are you don't win state titles in California and lose 5 games. It's chances are they probably lost maybe 1 tops. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron, they gave him number 3, believe it or not.
Well, they had to move their games from Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's gym to the Wolstein Center. They were playing all their games on Cleveland State's campus because there was so much demand for. Because there was the one game at the end of 2002 where they played Oak Hill and it was Carmelo against LeBron.
Yeah.
And it was on ESPN. You never saw that back in the day. Probably because they didn't make enough money and probably didn't make enough money.
Chamberlain,
Yep.
Overbrook Panthers out of Philly. 3 games in a row. One game he scored 74. Next game he scored 78. And next game he scored 90. High school people, 90 fucking points.
And that's the number 4 guy.
His number 4 guy. How about? Oh yeah, this week's player of the week. He goes to the little school of Overbrook. What's his name again? Wilt? You sure that's his name? Wilt? All right. Wilt Chamberlain scores
We get to play a team that has a
200.
Well,
He's-
we're gonna win.
in 3 games this week. He scored 244 points. Mike drop, walk the hell off, and don't do anything more.
Send it to the printer. Go print it.
Bye.
Bye.
244.
Now you can get
244.
in the NBA right out of high school and be making $20 million a
He
year.
probably-
Probably.
Could have if they would have allowed it.
Yeah.
He went to
Kansas.
is that where he went to school? Kansas.
Yeah. Well, went to Kansas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
I
And
wonder
then-
where they
and
would
then
put like
Oscar
Chris
Robertson.
Paul.
Oscar Robertson out of Indianapolis.
Okay.
As his team went undefeated, won 45 straight. 45 straight games they didn't lose.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
almost 2 whole seasons.
No, let's see. Hold on. Whoa, no.
Now, according to Hoop Dreams, Isaiah Thomas had a really good high school career. By the way,
Moses
for those
Malone.
that have not ever watched the documentary Hoop Dreams, it is 20. It'll be 29 years old coming up next year, and it is still very good. Yes, a lot of the people have gotten older. Yes, a lot of the people in the movie have tragically died. But to go through that, it's 3 hours long, but it does not feel it. Please,
Kobe
go watch
Bryant.
it.
Kobe Bryant, rather. Lower Marion scores in 4 seasons 2,900 points. 2,900.
That would, although I don't think that would be the top scorer in Ohio. Let me pull that up again. When we pull up our man John Niebler, I think he scored over 3,000 for Niebler.
Kevin Garnett in Chicago, 2553 points, 1809 rebounds, 737 block shots.
Yikes. Yeah. How many points
Yeah.
did Kobe have again?
29.
Just over 2,900?
Yeah.
He would be 4th all time in Ohio.
Good night.
So I'm sure he's not even the leading scorer in Pennsylvania history.
Jerry Lucas is ahead of him, isn't he?
Hold on. So, no. He
Jerry,
would be
Jerry,
ahead of
Lu-
Lucas.
Jerry Lucas went to Middletown in Ohio.
In Ohio, yes. So LeBron had 2646 for career points. So LeBron barely has more than Kobe does, but he would have outscored the rest of the top 7. He had more than Jerry Lucas, more than Bob Huggins, more than Jamar Butler, and more than Jim Jackson. So let me pull up the Pennsylvania all time. Let's see here. Okay, all time. Okay. So Kobe Bryant is barely even in the top 10 for all time or for all-time scoring. You've heard of at least one player that's in the top 3. Billy Owens went to Syracuse. So, yeah. The other 2 I've never heard of. AJ Nastasi and Tom McMillan. Never heard of him. Oh, Jerry McNamara is ahead of Kobe Bryant as well. He went to Syracuse as well.
Tom McMillan, I've heard of.
You've heard of Tom McMillan?
Yeah.
Okay. He played he graduated high school in 1970. So if he played in the pros in the 70s,
Tom
then I wouldn't.
McMillan was in, Nick. I want to say he was. I think so. Basketball player Tom McMillan.
According to Wikipedia, Charles Thomas McMillan is an American politician.
Basketball player Tom McMillan.
Yeah, he was definitely
According to
a
Wikipedia,
basketball player.
McMillan is an American politician, businessman, and retired professional basketball player.
Yes, for the Knicks. Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought he played up there.
76-77. He played in Italy for 2 years and played for the Buffalo Braves, the Knicks, the Hawks, and the Bullets.
Did you know
Oh, I heard
Alonzo played in Virginia, Rob?
Do what?
Alonzo Mourning played for Virginia High School.
Indian River High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, Indian River. He let's see, 89 player of the year. Yeah, Jerry West was in West Virginia, but we had a lot from Virginia to play. A lot of players from Virginia played here. Alonzo Mourning, short shit. Practice. Motherfucking practice.
Oh, Allen Iverson, yes. Definitely
Iverson,
Virginia.
yeah. Iverson, he played here in Virginia.
he's a
Ralph Sampson.
decent
Ralph
football
Sampson.
player too.
Huh?
He was a decent football player too. Allen Iverson.
Yeah, he was. He was a quarterback, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a quarterback. Yeah. Let's see who else played. Let me think.
Well,
Moses Malone. Moses Malone. In
Where's it?
Virginia.
How about Larry Bird?
He would have been in Indiana.
Indiana.
French Lick.
He was French Lick. He then played for the Sycamores. But Moses Malone wasn't too far from where I live. In fact, just down the road a ways. He had a hell of a basketball career. Let me think some more. Well, we had so many from Oak Hill, like you say. Carmelo went to Oak Hill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and he ain't from Virginia.
No, that's the other problem. If you get an academy like that, then
yeah. Hargrave is just down the street. 15. I was 2 minutes away from it today when riding by it. They've had all sorts of players come in there: football, basketball, baseball, all sorts.
yeah.
So a lot of them played Major League Ball and
Where
NBA.
did Michael Jordan play high school at?
Michael Jordan went somewhere in North Carolina. He's from
North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah. He went where did he go? Shit. I'm trying to figure out what part of the state he's from. I want to say he was from back toward like Roanoke Rapids down. I'm not sure. But I don't think he went to Charlotte or nothing. I don't think he did.
Born in Brooklyn, New York, but went to high school in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Who? Michael
Jordan. Yes.
Yeah, that's right on the coast. Yeah. I think his dad was in the damn Navy. That would have made sense. Or the Marines, because they got a Marine base and a Navy base down there. So that would have made sense. Would have made sense. What's the football game scored, folks?
17-7.
Coop, college hoops fan, 0001. JJ Redick went to Cave Spring High School. Cave Spring. I actually watched JJ throw 48 up on the team one night. He put 40 on them at halftime. Yep.
I wish
he was as cocky. He was more cocky in high school than he was with Duke.
Oh.
He would do like this, and do like that, and then do like that, then do like this, and then do like that, like he's cleaning himself like a cat.
Yeah. The
He would.
best that I can remember in my area was we had Samika Randall, female player, went to Tennessee. If you went to Tennessee, that was a big deal.
Right, because she played for Summit.
Yeah, she did play for Summit. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
I remember.
came to, well, because the high school that I graduated from was in the same conference as the school that she went to, same high school. Her senior year, which would have been my junior year, they ended up playing at my high school, and I had to work that night. My sister and my dad went, and they were like, wow. And they ended up playing my old school in a playoff game, and they were nationally ranked, so it was Trinity High School Cleveland versus West of Elyria High School. And it was Elyria West was the actual name, but they didn't know how to put it on, so they just put West of Elyria. Like, you can pick any city and it could be West of Elyria.
JJ Redick played for Cave Spring High School, and just down the street there was Salem, the Spartans. He was dating a chick that went to Salem, and her brother played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And he told him before the game, if you don't break up with my sister, I'm going to hurt you during the game. And they got to playing, and the boy threw an elbow and went right upside JJ's face. They called a double technical foul on the dude. They kicked him out of the game. JJ had to go to the locker room, and he got taped up right here. You can see where his face was sticking out like this. He came back out of the locker room, put 14 points on the board in the first quarter. He put 23 on the board in the second quarter, so he had 37 up at half.
Mm-hmm.
He got his 50th point in the third quarter. This ain't no shit. He pulled this thing off his face, wrapped it up, and threw it at the Vistas bench. That's how cocky that motherfucker was. You up 23 points and you got 50 on another team. You know you were bad as shit when you. I mean, he pulled the thing off his bloody and shit right here. It was just sticking up and purple and all. He just ripped the damn thing off and just balled it up and threw it at the coach. That's nuts, boys and girls. That's nuts. He got a technical foul. He come out, done like that to the ref, and walked the fuck out for the third quarter, and that was the end of his night. They win by like 18. He would not come back out and shake a hand. He's supposed to. They're supposed to have to come back out at the end and shake a hand.
Where's Grayson Allen these days?
Grayson Allen's still in the NBA, I think, in Utah. Grayson's straightened his ass up a little bit. Grayson didn't have the outside game that JJ had, though. Grayson could shoot. My goodness. JJ was just this far behind Curry. JJ could go 30 feet out and just, shoot the ball.
Just bullseye, huh?
He was too good. He was too good.
By the way, if you're all wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting the next game, the lineups together for the McCormick replay. He'll be facing the Houston Astros.
I'm going to try to do some more than boxing tomorrow. Try to get it done before Darlene gets here. Tuesday. See what I can do. I think I'm going to call it a night. What'd you say, Tim?
This might be a decent matchup, although I don't know how good 1967 Mike Cuellar is compared to 1970 Mike Cuellar.
Yeah.
But,
I got you.
yeah.
What's the score? Football?
17 to 7, I think.
Miami.
17-7.
Oh, Chargers.
Chargers.
Chargers are winning. Wow.
Yeah. So
Starting the fourth quarter.
Still, I'll bet Miami comes back and wins. I'm going to say Miami comes back and wins this game.
yes, they did, Sean. Yep, they did. Those 8 players got ejected from a female game.
Ooh, Tagliavola, Tua's numbers, he's 3 of 15, 25 yards passing.
All right.
Oh, boy. And we went over. Oh, maybe not.
They've had 8 running plays for 36 yards. So 61 yards of offense in 1.5.
Yay.
Herbert
All right.
is 24 of 30.
I'm going to get going.
222
All
yards
right,
and a touchdown. All right, Tim.
222 and 2 touchdowns.
1 touchdown pass.
1 touchdown pass. I got you. That's pretty good. For Keith, for Bob, for Tim, and I'm Rob. You all have a great evening. Don't forget Tuesday night. We got our picks.
Sir Walter.
Definitely be here. And Walter will be here too. Walter. Good
Look,
night,
Walter.
folks. Walter.